Thank you very much for staying with us. We're always big on your comments. We should like to read them on our WhatsApp page. It's 020216633. 20th of March 2019 will mark a very historic day in this country as far as our justice delivery system is concerned. We're talking the e-justice system. Call it the e-court. I've been joined this morning by his distinguished presence of His Lordship Justice Samuel Mafusang. He's the Justice of the Supreme Court, is the chairman of the E-Justice Steering Committee, to throw some more light on this. Justice, Your Lordship, welcome. Thank you very much. Good morning. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Great.
Fine.
What is the E-Justice system, and why the need for this project at this time?
Good, thank you. Good morning, Ghana. Well, E-Justice system is a system that is to take over the filing of processes in the court registries.
Right.
For now, what we are doing is manual.
Okay.
But the e-justice system is to completely automate the work at the filing registry and the financial aspect of the judicial service.
Right. How does it work?
Okay. E-justice, as you know, is an electronic platform that will be created, and so every court user will have to register. We, under the system, we describe court users as business partners. So every court user will have to register, and then will be allotted with a identification number.
Right.
And then with that identification number, you can then log in in the system through the e-justice portal.
Right.
And then the platform will be open to you, and then you can file your processes online without necessarily walking to the courtroom.
Comparing and contrasting the manual system with this, how efficient will this e-justice system be?
It is going to be very efficient because we have experienced a lot of inefficiencies in the manual system.
Right.
For example, suit numbers are normally generated manually, and so there is duplication.
Right.
Dockets are built manually, and there's also sometimes mistakes. Sometimes you hear that the docket is missing,
right,
or a process is missing from a docket. The docket is not missing; it has been misfiled, or the process has been placed in a different docket.
Right.
Now, with the introduction of e-justice system, we're going to build electronic docket. Because everything will be filed online, and so each case docket will be a sub docket. And because of that, there will be efficiency.
Right.
Nobody can tamper with the docket.
I see.
Nobody is going to place anything on the docket because the docket has been built electronically. And the judge, when the judge is sitting, he can just access the docket, the electronic docket, and everything will be there. And so it will reduce the time of resolving disputes. If it took about 2 years to resolve a dispute, it is likely that it is now come down about 12 months for a case to be disposed of.
What would then happen to the manual documents that we have?
Yeah, all the manual documents, all the manual dockets have been digitized and scanned, and it has been built into this e-docket. So there's not going to be, I mean, if you go to the court after 20th, in fact, we have actually implementing it, but it will officially be launched on the 20th. If you go to court, you will see human beings moving dockets up and down.
Right.
The docket will be on the screen of the judge.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
You were saying it will be on the screen of the judge.
And then the court clerks will also have the dockets on their screen. And they will do their input on the electronic docket.
Indeed. Yeah. What criteria would one need, I mean, to be able to assess this e-justice system?
Yeah, all that you need is registration, and then if you are assigned with a unique identification number, then you can always go online and file your processes. Whatever you want to do, you do it online. If you want to request an order or even a judgment, you do it online. Every court user, lawyers, clients, litigants are supposed to register with this BP ID. And so once you have it, you can easily access the portal and then file
from anywhere.
From anywhere. It just uses the internet.
Okay.
Once you have a computer with a scan and an internet, you can access the portal.
If for example, I don't have the internet, I don't have a computer to be able to access this e-justice portal, what should I do?
Well, we have for now we have licensed 2 business centers in the court complex,
right,
which is being piloted. I mean, this program is being piloted at the High Court, the court complex in Accra, which houses 43 high courts. So if you don't have these facilities, you could just go to these business centers, and then they will render this service for you.
Right.
Yeah. There are
at
plans,
a fee?
At a fee.
Okay.
There are plans of extending or giving franchise to a lot of business centers in Accra, or even throughout the country. So that if somebody is at, let's say, Bogatanga, and he wants to do business in the High Court in Accra, he could just go to a business center. If he doesn't have the facilities, go to the business center, and then the service will be rendered for him.
Justices, court clerks, and all other court officials, they must all then be computer literate.
Yes, yes.
How are we ensuring that, Your Lordship?
Yes, in fact, we are all computer literates, and there's continuous training. And I mean, the program, with an ICT is the order of the day.
Right.
So everybody is trying to catch up with the skills in trying to use the system. And we have done a lot of training for our staffs who are going to work on this.
For those who are born before computers, what do they do?
There's hope. They can be trained. There's hope. Because you have lawyers. Right. Lawyers must now have BPIDs before they can access. Because if you don't have it, you cannot work in the court.
Right.
You have to stop working in the court, especially in the High Court now in Accra. Because without your BPID, you cannot access the system. Because we are not going to accept any hard copies of any document
in Accra.
In Accra.
What's the timeline, Your Lordship, to extend this to other parts of the country? Do we have a timeline?
Well, we are hoping that by 2020.
By 2020.
Yeah, by 2020, we'll have gotten to Secondary, Kumasi, Tema. And then also the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal.
Let's say that your internet service provider to the courts decides to mess up. You don't have internet, power runs out. What happens to the system?
Then I think that depending on your system, if you have a backup, then you can use it. But we, as a service, we have as far as power is concerned, we have a standby generator that can take care of the system 24 hours if there's a power failure. Yeah. So the users, it will depend on the user's power network, which we do have control.
So yesterday there was erratic power supply in the country. I have to file a certain process at a certain time to reach the judge because my 14 days is running out. And you have power on your side at the court, but I don't have power, and I default. What happens to me?
Well, if it is a national, something that it becomes public knowledge. You could always go to court and then explain why you couldn't file, and then apply for extension of time.
I see. So next Wednesday when we meet, we'll be launching this big thing. What are we to expect?
Well, you should expect that the whole filing system in the High Court will change. Yeah, everything will be done electronically. Payment is done electronically, so that you don't even have to walk to the court premises to file a process. You can be in your office, you can be in your chambers and file. The only time that you have to come to court is when the case is first for hearing. Yeah. So everything will be done online.
The lawyers say there's something called middlesome interloper. Those who are the courts and they arrogate things onto themselves and they will guide you to file. What happens? This will take them out of the system.
It will take them out. It will take them out. We are going to eliminate as much as possible human contact between the court officials and then the court users. Because everything is going to be online. Everything will be done electronically. If you pay your fees, filing fees electronically using debit or credit card, or you use the mobile money payment. And you can even go to the EcoBank. EcoBank is accredited.
That's the official bank.
Official. So you could go to any branch of the EcoBank and then pay, or you can go to the court premises. If you are around the court premises to pay, there are EcoBank tellers there.
Right.
Because a receipt will be generated.
Okay.
And then without receipt, even without receipt number, you can just make a payment anywhere.
And that's it.
And that's it.
You're good to get justice.
Yes, you're good to get justice.
Your Lordship, I thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We've been explaining to you the e-justice system that will be launched next Wednesday, the 20th of March. We didn't talk about where the launch is going to be.
The court complex.
The court complex,
yes.
in Accra.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
In fact, that's where the program is being piloted.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time are we starting?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
So 20th March, court complex, 10 o'clock in the morning. And His Lordship Justice Samuel Mafusan has been my guest. He's been magnanimous enough, Justice of the Supreme Court. Thank you very much, sir, for your time.